Welcome to the Chalk Bites video on the YPO-WPO Chapter Administrator role. This is the first in a series of videos designed to help you understand your role in the organization and navigate your way through the various responsibilities required of your position. In this video, we'll cover the structure of YPO-WPO and your mission as a Chapter Administrator. YPO-WPO is a member-centric, member-driven, member-governed organization committed to its mission of better leaders through education and idea exchange. It is organized around 4 core principles. First, it is a community of peers. Members are all equals. They are expected to validate each other and maintain a culture of excellence. This is vital for a self-governing organization. Second, lifelong education and idea exchange. Learning is a constant endeavor and vital for growth. A diverse base of members enhances idea exchange, and members may then decide for themselves on each idea's validity. There's no organizational advocacy. Third, the organization is a safe haven of trust, respect, and confidentiality, maintained through peer empathy, forum protocols, and the code of conduct. Finally, each member should have a uniquely personal experience. There's no single way to experience YPO-WPO. Each part of a member's life is important, whether it's family, business, or community. And spouses, partners, and families are integral to each member's experience. Each member belongs to a chapter, which is self-governed by member officers. These chapter officers are responsible for chapter activities and initiatives. YPO-WPO is comprised of more than 400 chapters around the world, subdivided into 15 geographic regions. These regions are governed by member officers, mirroring the chapter structure. They are similarly responsible for regional activities and initiatives, and for sharing the best practices found among the chapters. All officers are supported by a professional management team, as well as chapter administrators. Parallel to this structure are the networks. Members choose to join networks connected to their interests. Networks are divided into 3 topic areas: business, personal, and social engagement. And each topic area has a networks council similar in structure to a regional board. Officers are, of course, supported by a professional management team. At the highest level of the organization is the International Board, governed by member leaders elected by their peers. The board is made up of 23 people: international chairman, past international chairman, the 11 YPO members elected to represent the 15 regions, 5 WPO board members, the 4 committee chairs, and a legal counsel. The board's purpose is to define and implement YPO-WPO's strategy and mission, establish policies, and complete their fiduciary duty to the organization and its members. Ultimately, as a chapter administrator, your mission is to support the chapter executive committee in their efforts to help the chapter grow, thrive, and become a more valuable asset in the lives of its members. You will act as an operations manager for your local chapter and assist the executive committee in everything from recruitment and membership activities to education events and networking. Most chapters, and particularly those that are large and mature, need a competent, talented CA. CAs can serve for years or decades, while half of the chapter's leadership will change every year. That means the CA has a wealth of institutional knowledge regarding the way the organization and chapter function, and how best to accomplish tasks and goals. A broad skill set will be necessary to complete the tasks a chapter administrator will be expected to address. First, a CA will need to be organized. Record information rather than relying on memory. Keep communications simple and direct, and send out agendas before meetings. Take notes at the meeting, and send out a summary within 2 days. Second, a CA must be accessible. Attend meetings and chapter events, preferably arriving early. Be prepared to work outside of normal business hours, but make your schedule well known. It's acceptable to be unavailable at certain times, as long as you make those times clear, and respond punctually when you resume work. Third, you'll need to have a base of knowledge on computer usage. It's best to create an online calendar for chapter meetings, maintain a database of important chapter documentation, create a folder to save useful templates, and back up all of your documents. Fourth, a CA should also have the ability to say no. Know the scope of your contract, and send a welcome letter to the incoming executive committee, clarifying your role. Politely but firmly decline requests outside of that scope. Next, a willingness to learn will also be vital. Plan to attend the yearly Chapter Administrators Workshop as a way to meet and share ideas with other CAs. Additionally, a certain amount of discretion is expected of CAs. Avoid disclosing sensitive information and ensure that old membership directories are properly disposed of. Penultimately, a strong comprehension of institutional knowledge will aid you. This will include keeping accurate and up-to-date documentation, coordinating chapter surveys, and offering advice and historical perspective when asked. Finally, take initiative. Clarify your responsibilities before you need to fulfill them, and do not wait for officers to call you when something goes wrong. Set up regular meetings with officers and meet your commitments. This concludes our first video on the role of Chapter Administrator. In this video, we've covered the structure of YPO-WPO, from the individual member up to the international board. We also explored the mission of the Chapter Administrator, and the skills that will best serve them in this role. Thank you for joining us here at Chalk Bites.